What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. And once again, I am outside with it on a beautiful but hot day in Dallas, Texas. It's the evening time now, so it's a little bit cooler. We got some rain this week, but it's still hot out here, man. And I got an interesting, topic for you guys. Y'all already seen, from the title, so y'all already know what we're about to discuss. And today we're going to discuss why are young women so angry? If you watch my prior um, episode, my prior video, I talked about why young men, were so angry, and we dive deep into that. But today we're going to be discussing why the women are so angry, and it's probably for similar reasons that the young men are angry. And my opinion, my belief is that the young women are so angry because they were also lied to. Absolutely. Women were lied to. Women from a very young age were sold a fairy tale. From a very young age, they were sold the Cinderella story. They were sold the Beauty and the Beast story. They were just sold a fairy tale, something that more than likely would never happen. So that's why more than ever we see more young women single, more young women not willing to settle. Women are not settling for anything, even though many of them should be settling. You know, you have threes, fours, and fives, out here thinking that they somehow qualify for a high value man. You have threes, fours, and fives thinking that, some Prince Charming is just gonna come and sweep them up off of their feet and take care of them, take all the bills. They're not gonna have to do nothing but sit there and look, you know, however they think that they look, which, half of them don't look, how they believe that they look, you know. But the women were sold delusions by the mass media, you know. Women were sold uh fairy tales by the news. Women were sold fairy tales by, these talk show hosts. They were just altogether lied to. So now you have, young women trying to figure out, just like young men, which way to go. Why isn't this working? We were told this. We were told we can have it all, right? That's what was sold to them. But little do they know that there was a whole mass marketing behind it. There were strategic analysis behind that, right? Little do they know that people were making millions and even billions of dollars off of women and men being separated. See, now more than ever, we understand that what is a lie and what was the truth. But what it comes down to is who's going to do something about it. And honestly speaking, women would rather sit and fester in lies. I know from experience that women love to be lied to. Women love to be lied to. They love to be marketed to. They love to buy into a story. They love to buy into a fairy tale. That's why women are, especially in America and on the West, women are the largest consumer base, probably on the planet. Women spend the most money. So who do you think they're going to prop up in society? They're going to prop up the spenders. So guess what? Corporate America is going to hand out those high positions, a lot of those positions that may have traditionally belonged to men a long time ago. They're handing out those positions to women, right? There's a whole sinister plot behind selling women dreams, selling women delusions, right? Which I don't believe in, telling women lies or, trying to trick women at all. Business is business. I understand that, but we've gone to the point of no return. Now you have women who should otherwise be getting married at 21, 22, 23, 24. They're getting out here and having, hot girl summers. They think that they're, exploring themselves. They think that they're getting out here and, you know, uh, seeing what's out here, trying to discover what's real and what's not. But little do they know, they're just ruining themselves. They're just ruining themselves because they bought into this lie. They bought into the same fairy tale that men bought into. But see, the difference is that, some men are willing to do what it takes to get to where they need to be to change their circumstances. Women are not willing to budge at all. They're okay with the fairy tale. They're okay with thinking that they can have it all. They think that they can have a full-blown career as some doctor, some attorney, and have 3 kids and still work and have a this Prince Charming of a husband who is 6 feet tall, who has a six-pack abs, built like a dang on machine, can fuck like a machine, and also bring home more than she brings home as a doctor or attorney or whatever her career is. And meanwhile, she's a 5 or a 6, thinking she's a 9 or a 10, right? Society is failing both men and women. America has failed both men and women, but specifically, society probably has ruined women most. Society has completely tarnished women. America has completely destroyed women. I mean, if you were born in the '60s, hold up, man, this wind blowing. Come on now, they must not want me to talk. They must not want me to talk. Chill out, chill out. But anyways, if you were born in the '60s, you probably wouldn't even recognize the women of today. Hell, I was born in '96, and the women were a lot more friendly just freaking a decade ago versus now. There's a complete difference in just 10 years. So I can only imagine 20 years, 30 years. I can only imagine. But who's going to stop it? No one's stopping this train, man. No one's stopping this. Women's heads, that it's too far gone. Blame it on the mothers, blame it on the fathers, blame it on the grandparents. They did this. They all had a hand in this. Everybody has had a hand in this. It's hard to really place blame on who's at fault. But what I can say is that I understand why the women are angry. I understand. And then you have some women trying to hit reverse because now they realize, oh, now logic is kicking in when they're 30 plus years old now. Logic is kicking in after they've been pumped and dumped by 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 dudes over the span of 18 to dang on 30. Most of them more because they were probably having sex, getting trains ran on them way before 18. And I know that to be a fact because I was running trains on chicks before 18. So yeah, I know. So I know it's even worse now. These women, man, they're having sex so early They're being ruined so early. You know, they're being misguided early on. And it's just once that train has taken off, bro, there's no turning back. They've been psychologically programmed from the ages of probably 10, 11, 12. Women are telling older women, millennial women, Gen X women, baby boomer women, they've been communicating this message over and over again. They've been communicating to women, hey, you don't need no man. Hey, go focus on school. Hey, delay marriage. Hey, delay kids. Oh, this wind is blowing, man. Come on, can I finish talking? Can I finish talking? Can I finish talking to my people, man? Can I finish talking to my people? But yeah, man, they've been continuously fed this false message. And men have been vilified for decades. For decades, we have been painted like the enemy. So women are out here, they don't know what's true or what's false. They just understand what they've been told, right? That's all they understand. They just know what they've been told. But sadly, they haven't been told the truth. So they carrying themselves around here all angry. They carrying themselves around here all depressed. They carrying themselves around here like, just dead souls. The same way men out here carrying themselves around. See, the crazy thing is, once women become damaged, they're damaged for good. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Women are not meant to take on trauma. Women are not meant to take on damage. That's why fathers have historically protected the daughter. That's why it was always looked down upon when that girl lost her virginity before she was married. That's why it's always looked down upon and still looked down upon uh, for a woman to be promiscuous, right? Because virginity was sacred. A woman's essence was sacred, right? And women have just lost a sense of what it means to be a woman. They envy men so much that they just got they're blinded. They got the red eyes, just like a bull. They don't see nothing else but red. They want to be men so bad to the point where it's destroying them. And some of them may know what's the truth. Some of them actually know that they've been told lies, but they're still carrying themselves on around pridefully. Their ego is in the way. Their pride is in the way. They don't want to bow down. They don't want to, throw in the white flag. They don't want to have to tell men that, hey, y'all were right. Just like Delilah in the Bible. They're gonna go down into the very depth. Most modern women don't care. Are they really benefiting from feminism? Are they really? No. Women nor men are benefiting from feminism. Women nor men are benefiting from being separate. Women nor men are benefiting from the destruction of the family. Nobody's benefiting from this, right? But they continue to sell this dream as if the women are winning. Nobody's winning. Everybody out here lonely. Both men and women are out here depressed. Both men and women are out here on the verge of destruction. And I vouch for men all day long, but I gotta call a spade a spade. I'm a realist. I like to look at things objectively and I see what's going on. And I see the psychological warfare that's going on, and people are just falling for it. People are falling for it. People are falling for the gender war. People are falling for a racial war. People are falling for uh, class war. People are falling for everything. People are falling for it all. When really it's just going to come down to the haves and the have-nots. Marriage is just going to be a luxury, only for those who can afford it. Yes, that's what it's going to become. If you can get a wife, if you can get yourself a husband, and I'm talking about in a traditional sense. I'm not talking about, you dudes who are cucks and she's running the whole ship, right? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the real dynamic, how it's supposed to be for a man and a woman. You're leading her and she's submitting to you. If you can get that dynamic nowadays, you probably end up in the upper echelons of society. I'm just calling it how it is. Women are out here angry because they're not getting what they want. They want Chad and Tyrone, on top of Chad and Tyrone being faithful. They want Chad and Tyrone to also have a six-figure job. They want Chad and Tyrone to also, be loyal. They also want Chad and Tyrone to do this, to do that. But little do they know, Chad and Tyrone is not who they should be going after. Chad and Tyrone or get up all in them guts. Yeah. Spank her a few times, let her know who's boss, right? But sadly, that's who they want. But sadly, those guys have plenty options and plenty more spankings to give out, and they're not willing to settle down because they know the true nature of women, and they just opting out. So a lot of these women, they're getting passed, pumped, and dumped by the bad boys, by the guys who got plenty options who can just cast them aside. That's what women are choosing. They don't want the nice guy. They don't want the guy who played it smart. They don't want it. And that's why they're angry. They were told they can have it all when y'all ass can't have it all. And they will continue to go down this route because who's really telling them the truth? They still think they can have it all. They still think men are the problem. They still think society is the problem. They still think to this day, even with all the strides that we've made in society, they still think that they're being held back, that it hasn't been any kind of progression in women's wages, the way, women are looked at in the workplace. Men don't even approach women in the workplace. Right? It is what it is, man. And that's an after pill. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm gone. Peace.